Hello everyone and welcome to the W.B. Mason Coaches Report with Richard Nuttall, joined today by the head coach of the Hofstra men's soccer team. Coach, welcome.
Thank you, Lenny. Glad to be here.
Let's look back to last week. Week started off with down in Townsend, Maryland, exciting 3-2 double overtime win over the Tigers. Can you talk a little bit about that game?
Maybe exciting if you're not the head coach for the majority of the game, but no. Played relatively poorly the first 70 minutes, and not where we were outclassed, but just gave up a couple of goals where we lost our focus, lost our marks, and we got 2-0 down, and then we've kept battling. Last 20 minutes we've changed a few things and we've got at them, and we managed to pull the 2 goals back, one with 1 second to go, as you know, and then we've done well in overtime. We've won the game with 5 minutes to go, so outstanding effort for the last 30 minutes, but the first 70 very poor in our part. But we came out of there with a win, so just so happy for the win.
Now those first 2 goals scored in the last 7 minutes and 14 seconds, including, like you said, Sean Foster with 1 second left. Is that the first time you've ever had a goal scored with 1 second on the clock?
With 1 second, we've done 5 seconds. I think we've done 8 seconds, but we've not done 1 second.
Just talk a little bit about the atmosphere on the field at that time. Everybody's pushing forward, obviously.
Yeah, well, you're taking risks at the back, you're sending numbers forward, you're keeping the goalkeeper high, we're putting the ball in the box, we're hopefully getting knockdowns, and we're looking for more, long balls and getting something on the end of that, and long throws, and just crowding the box really, and it was a bit of mayhem, and we managed to score. Foster's struck the ball with 2 seconds to go, and it's hit the back of the net with 1 second to go, so it just helps your emotion. Then you're going into overtime, you're on a high, you're buzzing, the energy's there, and even in overtime, I've got to give Towson credit. They worked hard, and it was a tough overtime, but we've managed to pull it out in overtime with Mike Anaruma finishing one from, I think, an assist by Chris Grebe. So just for our side, it was very, very good.
Now you take that momentum and you go into Saturday night's game against VCU. Obviously not the result that you wanted, a 3-0 loss, but I know in speaking to you after the game, you were happy with the way the team played.
Well, it's unbelievable. You play bad on Wednesday and you win. You play outstanding, I thought, for 75 minutes. We were tremendous. We battled hard. We defended well. We didn't give up many chances against VCU, and we had 7 or 8 chances where we should have scored 1 or 2. And if we had it done, I believe the game would have been a different outcome. So you play great. The momentum's going, and suddenly an own goal. It deflates you emotionally. We push out, and then we go and concede 2 more late on. So if you were to look at both games, we didn't play as well on the Wednesday, but on the Saturday, I thought we were very, very good for the first 75, 76 minutes. And I was just pleased with the actual way the team performed and how we defended it. And then just one mistake, and everything goes to pot.
Now, own goal, as you said, was a big turning point. What did you see from your vantage point on that play?
Well, I think from Thomas, it was just a wrong decision. I think he was trying to knock it back to the keeper when he probably could have let go or got the ball down. I think he got plenty of time on the ball, and just not a good decision on his part, and maybe the communication wasn't there, and he's knocked it in, from 15 yards out into his own goal. That's the second one we've had in 3 weeks. I've only had 1 own goal in 23 years before that, so it's a strange game, and not to blame the young man. He's been doing okay for us, so to put the finger on him and blame him, I wouldn't say that's fair. But we've got to do better, because we were doing so well in that game.
Well, as you said, played well for what you thought 75 minutes. Thought the defense was outstanding. Sean Foster in particular. Yeah. Several counterattacks that VCU had with their speed. He broke up with some good slide tackles.
Well, we keep talking about Foster. He's a wonderful defender. He was playing slightly hurt with a pulled hamstring, so I've got to give him even more credit on that front. But I don't want to take it away from the rest of the team. I thought we worked very hard from the forwards back all the way through the defence. I thought as a team we did what we wanted to do. We stopped them playing for most of the game, and they're a talented team. I thought we stepped round well and we did a good job. So Foster was great, but so was the rest of the team.
Okay, let's look ahead to this week. You got Wednesday night, Northeastern coming into the Hofstra Soccer Stadium. And then this weekend, traveling down to Delaware. So let's start with Northeastern.
Well, Northeastern, another quality side. They're athletic, they're strong, they're well organised, and it's going to be a battle. I think they're 2-2, we're 2-2, so it's a key conference game. They've had their upper hand on us the last 2 or 3 years, but you know, we know each other well, and we've got to look at how we can break them down and how we can stop them scoring. So I'm hoping we get a lot of confidence from the VCU game of how we defended as a unit, and what we've got to do now, we've got to finish the 90 minutes, not just have 75, 76 minutes. We've got to finish the 90 minutes playing well, and you know, there's a lot of work to be done in practice to get organised, and I'm hopeful for the game.
And then after that, I said a trip down to Delaware, probably Hofstra's oldest rival.
Well, it's very strange. He said, Delaware, you know, historically they've not done well the last few years, but they managed to get to the semi-final with a late run last year, and now I think there's something like 7-2. They've just lost to James Madison yesterday, 3-2 in overtime, and James Madison a very good team. So we know with Delaware it's going to be a battle, but we're not worrying about Delaware yet. We're just worrying about Wednesday and Northeastern.
Okay, one last question. Talk a little bit about a player who's been missing the last couple of games for the Pride, Stefan Barea, with the Puerto Rican national team. A big game for them tomorrow up in Canada.
Yeah, Stefan is on national team duty, and we're very proud of that, and he's playing in Canada tomorrow. Apparently it's going to be a big crowd. I think he's in Toronto, and you know, it's a World Cup qualifier, and we're just proud of what he's doing, and we hope he plays, and we hope he does well when he plays, and just so proud of him.
All right, I'd like to thank you for joining us today, and thank you for watching the WB Mason Coaches Report with Richard Nuttall.
Thank you.